everyone. Well, New York is on fire. I was going to say something else, but there's kids here. I got to tell you something. Thank you. Can I use this like this? All right. Can I use it? Can you hear me back there? I don't want to hear that. Guys, I know, because you got cameras, right? I got to tell you how proud I am of you. Just a year and a half ago, I was talking about y'all horribly. Because when New York comes out, the world comes out. When the world listens to New York, we win. Now, I want to ask everybody in this audience, all of you freedom-loving people, isn't it great to be free? Now, let me ask you a question. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be free? I want everybody to raise their hand. Do you want to be a slave or do you want to be free? Now, I want you to send a message to Brazil. I want you to send a message to London. I want you to send a message to Germany. I want you to send a message to Los Angeles. I want you to send a message that we are going to fight every day to be free. Now, they done poked the bear now. See, they done poked New York now. They done poked the wrong people now. See, I was happy to come here. I just left Atlanta, Georgia. All right. I was in Atlanta, Georgia, talking about medical apartheid. That's what it is. There were so many black Americans there saying, we will not ever be a slave again. We will not turn our kids over to them again. We're going to fight for our body sovereignty. We're going to fight for the right to breathe. We are not going to stand by and let them take down humanity ever again. Now, for all you race baiters out there talking about race, you got to go. This is about humanity. This is about the very essence of what God gave us, and that is the power to be free. See, because I'm not playing around. I'm not here to make you happy. Some of y'all are too damn lazy. Every time I get up in the morning, y'all keep texting me all this bad news. I want to hear good news. You want to know the good news I want to hear? How we going to take back our schools? How we going to take back our government? How we going to get more control of our lives? Because see, where I come from a fighting family. We never lose. Because we're standing on the right side of history. Now, let me tell you folks something. I done spoke all over this country. I done talked to everybody that I could possibly talk to. And sometimes I get tired of talking. But let me tell you what I mean. Let me tell you what I mean. Because I have such hope for you. I have such love for you. I have so much passion for you that I know that if I rest one day, 1 second, 1 minute, we're going to lose. Because I'm sacrificing my life for the people of this country and the people of this world. I love everyone in this audience. It is about the power of love that will allow us to win this battle. Now, that don't mean being a pushover. That means standing up for your rights. Standing up for what's true. Now, I'm telling you right now, I got my sneakers on today, and I'm ready to do some work. Now, let me tell you what's going on. They're now saying to you, if you don't think like us, we're going to take your freedom away from you. If we don't act like them, they're going to take our children away from us. They're now coming after your jobs because they know you're weak. You're going to fall apart. They're going to take my job. They're going to take your job anyway because they're taking your life. Now, I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to stand up for your rights. That's what I'm saying. Now, all of you out there that are still caping for them, you know, you whisperers, I'm telling you, we're coming to your door. All of these corporations right now that are telling you, you got to take an experimental biologic, a bioweapon and put in your body, guess what? You better fight them to the end. Because if you don't, It's over for you. Now, let me tell you what I mean. Every day from this moment, from this second, every day you breathe, every day you get up, you got to be working and standing up for yourself. No one's coming to rescue you. No one. You know why? Because God gave you everything you need. Stop asking for permission. Stop asking for permission. Stop asking for permission. Now, let me tell you something. A young lady walked up to me when I was in Georgia, and she was crying. And I said to her, "Why are you crying, sweetheart?" She said, "Because I'm so afraid. I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose my house. I'm going to lose everything." And I looked at her and she started crying, and I was trying to control my tears. You know, you see a sister cry, that's a painful thing. I said, "Well, you know what, honey?" I said, "Do you believe in God?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "No matter what your faith is, you have something greater than yourself." I said, "Do you believe in God?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Well, guess what? Are you a Christian?" She said, "Yeah." Because if she'd have said a Muslim, I would have had a different answer for her. Because I'm grounded in my faith, I'm grounded in my blackness, I'm grounded in my human experience. What I said to her was, "I want you to take a deep breath right now. Hold my hand." She held my hand. And she was still crying. She was out of control. And I was about to get out of control. And I said, "I want you to hold my hand. And I want you to take a deep breath. A deep breath. Right in the middle of your soul. Right here. And I want you to inhale God. And I want you to exhale fear. And I want you to know that every time you get afraid, every time you have doubt, every time you lose hope, know that your God died for you. He died for you. Now, some of you might understand that, but some of you might not. So when I think of God, I think of my grandmother Lily Mae. When I think of God, I think of my children. When I think of God, and I will never ever lay down my freedom for anybody else. Never. So when she inhaled God and exhaled fear, she hugged me hard. And I hugged her hard. And I said, "Let me tell you something. You will never be alone. None of us in this audience should ever be alone. We should be calling each other every day, showing each other love. We should be hugging each other every day. We should be praying every day. But the one thing we need to do every day is show the world that we will not ever be slaves ever again." Now, for all of you people, because I know you in this audience, that's complying, you're going to die. Because when you comply, you die. Now, that seems so harsh, but when you do give up your power, you lose everything. You understand? So now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. If you are a person that walks into a vaccine, non-vaccine restaurant, eat food, you're a slave catcher.
Right.
If you give your money to any of these people that say that you are unclean, unclean. Now I want to get this narrative, unclean narrative, the right way. 60 years ago, I couldn't walk in a restaurant because they said I was unclean. 60 years ago, I couldn't get on a bus because they said I was unclean. 60 years ago, I couldn't swim in the swimming pool with some of you because they said I was unclean. Unclean! Now they're telling us we are unclean again. Not just black people, not Latino people, but all of us. We have to unify beyond race and love each other as humans. So guess what? I'm never going to be told that I can't eat in a place. Because you know where I'm going to go? I'm going to go to the Freedom Restaurant. You know where I'm going to go? I'm going to get in the Freedom Car. You know where I'm going to go? I'm going to get on Freedom Travel Alliance and fly unchecked, unclean, uninjected. See, we have to stop making up excuses. Well, I got to go eat in the restaurant because I'm hungry. Cook your own damn food. What you gotta do is this. Everybody back there, what you gotta do is just say, "No, I'm not eating in there." Now, because when you do, Now, wait a minute now. When you do, you know when you're eating it, you're a racist.
Right.
You know you're a bigot.
Right.
You know that you believe in separation and segregation.
Right.
Now, I want to know who believes that. Who believes that in this audience? I figured as much, but guess what? Your family members, all of them, your loved ones, no one should eat in those places. Guess what? The Montgomery boycott was only powerful for one reason. We divested ourselves from a group of an institution of transportation. We left it. So are you prepared to do that? Okay, so now let me tell you, we got 5 good weeks coming. So everyone that's telling you you can't go into their restaurants, it's time for civil disobedience. You need to go apart. You need to go in the park and open up a restaurant and start feeding all of us every day. I'll be there. When they tell you no to your humanity, you tell them no to their business. Now, I know I kept you up here a long time, but I want to talk about one more thing because I see a lot of y'all are buying into this a little bit because, you know, fear is very interesting. If you take out a slave passport, I want you to know, if you take out a slave passport and show somebody that you are clean or unclean, shame on you. You know why? Because you're accepting the system of slavery. And guess what? None of us in this audience is a slave. There you go, is a slave. Now I'm on fire today. Now see, I love New York. I'll be talking about y'all. Say New York they ready? Every week they're not marching, but they're taking action. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to take 30 restaurants in this area, Brooklyn, Bronx, wherever, and I want us to do this. We want to show the world what real civil disobedience is. Not to disturb their business. I want us to go in front of their business and say, you will not treat us as slaves and unclean people, and make sure they're uncomfortable. If you don't make them uncomfortable, they're going to make you uncomfortable. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to be around doing this because every time I did it, then they zap my phone and then try to stop me from traveling. But guess what? I'll walk all across America to send this message. Okay? I'll get in a damn RV to have this telephone conversation. All right, now listen. Okay, so I want you to do me one favor. I want everybody to raise their hand. Everybody raise their hand. Everybody. And I mean everybody. There's no lazy people here. I don't do lazy when I'm talking. Raise your hand. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to close your eyes right now. And I'm going to what I told that young lady, I want you to do right this moment. I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to inhale God. And I want you to exhale fear. Right now, inhale God. Let the world hear your inhale. And exhale fear. Now, what I want you to do, to keep your eyes closed now, don't be lazy. I want you to hold hands now. Hold hands now. Everybody hold hands. Hold hands. Now listen. I want you to listen. I want you to be present. The problem is when we do these things, we're not present. We got too much going on. You got to get centered. And I want to tell you something. The reason why we're not centered is because we lost our God courage. We lost our connection to God. And when we lose our connection to God, we lose our ability to seek His face for the right answers. So I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about the world you want to live in tomorrow. Because tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new day for our children. Tomorrow is a new day for our husbands, our wives, our lovers, our friends. Tomorrow's a new day. I believe every day I get up, there's something great is going to happen. Something mystical is in the air. I get choked up when I talk about it. I really do. Now, I want you to do me a favor. One more favor, because I got a lot of favors in my back pocket. I want you to hug each other and find God in each other right now. Everybody, nobody's exempt. Oh. Everybody, there you go. That is the power to everyone. everyone is sent to the
Oh, man.
We want the world to see that.
Yes,
Now I've taken up too much of your time, but I want to say something to you. Love wins. Hate wins.
Kevin was talking about the restaurants. Well, we have a hero right here in New York.
Where's the restaurant at? Where's that? Where your restaurant at?
We're in Brooklyn and New York City.
What times are you open?
We're open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Okay, now one group, wait a minute though, one group needs to decide what day we're going to go and give her all our money. Another location. Now, what we got to do now, we're going to call her up, and when you call her up, I'm in town, I'm going to be right there sitting outside eating at her restaurant. And I'm going to be there, but guess what? We coming with the power of love, and we coming with our cash.
The reason we're going to support Rocco's is because they don't discriminate against unvaccinated people. And now they have a lawsuit that is not just for their restaurant, it's for all of our freedoms. Take it away, Mary Jo.